People are paying for you, not your logo. On social media, it's so important to show up as you.
Meet Alisha, an aesthetics entrepreneur and co-founder of the UK Beauty Awards. Before all the success, Alisha went through one of the most difficult times you can imagine.
My dad died when I was 13. That threw a brick at me, and then it was either like, right, I'm going to either continue down this bad path or get out of this and actually make something of myself.
She turned her life around and started working as a dental nurse at just 16 years old, and now has built a successful six-figure business, winning so many awards along the way. You have won quite a lot of awards in this industry.
Yeah, I've won the most worldwide. I've won 29 now. The awards make such a difference because it gives you that credibility. It reminds you of why you're doing it.
Alisha made the choice to help out a friend, and this choice led to the creation of the UK Beauty Awards, which is now one of the most recognised award ceremonies in the industry.
Are you not doing it again? And she's like, no. And I was like, no, we are. We're going to join together and do it again. And then the UKBA was born.
Behind the success and the recognition, Alisha still had important lessons to learn about what it really takes to build a thriving business.
Friends and family will always want free treatments, and then they expect it every time. You're never going to amount to nothing if you're doing everyone for free. That's the biggest thing, is knowing your own worth.
In this podcast, she opens up about how ADHD has shaped her career.
Every day is a struggle. Some days I can get up and I'm going to take over the world. Other days I just don't move. But routine is very important.
This episode is a bit wild, but very inspiring, and it will teach you what it really takes to build a thriving and successful business in this industry. These girls need to get a consistent flow of clients, but how do they build that confidence?
Everybody knows 5 or 10 people, and it's word of mouth. Like, get your clients to get you out there.
Alisha, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
My absolute pleasure. You listeners have got 2 feral Alishas on this podcast. What could go wrong?
Double trouble.
Both from a council estate. Expect
Both
it to
feral.
be common. Yeah, we're going to swear, we're going to be common. We're going to bring it back to the roots, baby. But we have both gone from council estate to a good level of success, I would say. I am so glad that you've come on the podcast. You are one of the leaders in the industry now. People look up to you, they know your brand, and also you've built the UKBA.
Yep.
I was trying to say that, so the UK Beauty Awards. We're going to go into it all on this episode, but I want to strip it back to, you said you grew up on a council estate. How did you get into this industry, and what was it that inspired you to be successful?
So throwing it back, yeah, I grew up in a council estate where obviously opportunities are not as reachable as they are in other areas, I guess. So to me, I kind of always knew that I wanted to be more than just from the council estate and actually wanted a better life for myself. Yeah, I was quite feral back in the day. My dad died when I was like 13, so I feel like that kind of threw a brick at me, and it was like one way or the other, and I went the wrong way. It was really naughty, and then it was either like, right, I'm going to either continue down this bad path or get out of this and actually make something of myself. So then I switched things up. I got chucked out of school, like I said, because I was not my age. Used to fight with everyone and just be an absolute rebel that was just not needed. So then I flipped my life around, got a job when I was 16, nearly turning 17 as a dental nurse. And yeah, I literally went from doing a dental nurse, never sat an exam in my life ever, because obviously didn't realise I had ADHD when I was a kid, but now it all makes sense. Not sat one exam in school because I could never be in a room and just be quiet. So when I sat my first nursing exam, I remember putting Post-it notes everywhere and thinking, oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to sit this exam. And it was in Leicester Hospital as well. So I was like, oh my God, shitting myself. And I passed, got 100%. And I was like, oh my God. And I think that for me, I'm fucking clever. And I thought, wow, I'm actually really clever.
I never knew this.
Yeah, so it just goes to show, unless you actually do something that's out of your comfort zone, you're not actually going to know whether you're good or not. So yeah, once I'd done that, then it was just like, right, I'm taking every exam. So then I just took multiple different exams and was just getting crazy pass rates. So I was like, oh my God, this is great. Then kind of grew it like that. And then obviously being a nurse and caring for clients and stuff and seeing how happy they were from having like dental treatment and stuff. Then it progressed because I got my boss at the time, Calpush, to go and do an aesthetic course, primarily because I wanted to have lips and I couldn't afford it back then. It was like 300-400 quid for lips. Yeah. This is going back 20 years.
Wow.
So I was like, why don't you do the course? And he was like, okay. So then I went on as his nurse, obviously got all the free treatments, had Botox, and everyone was like, you don't need it. I think I was, 20 at the time? And I was like, yeah, I do. So then I was doing the consultations for like all the aesthetics and stuff. And then everyone was like, why don't you do it? And it's like, why don't I? Because I know what everybody wants. You know what women want. You know what makes women feel good. And then, I borrowed the money from him and I was like, please, can you pay for me to go onto this course? So it's Health Exchange, who was like a pharmacy back in the day. Obviously, I knew them because I was an ambassador for Bargee Skin anyway. So they were like, why didn't you do it? So I borrowed the money, went on to the course, literally with the intention, even if I make a couple of £100 at a weekend, this is what I'm going to do. And then boom, before you knew it, it just exploded. Like absolutely exploded. And I was like, wow, this couple of £100 turned into a couple of $100,000. And then it was just growing and growing and growing. So it was just like the feel good factor of making people feel good and just seeing, that's what I love, helping people. So I feel like that was my passion. And it was like, oh my God, like giving someone lips. But first of all, it's obviously started with teeth and like just helping people and seeing their expression of, oh my God, thank you so much. So I think that's when I knew that was my purpose, to kind of help people.
I love this. So you never actually went into like general beauty. You went straight into aesthetics.
Straight in. So I did aesthetics alongside Cal Persh for about 5 years,
What's
about
Cal
20
Persh?
years ago. He was my boss at the time.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought it was a treatment.
No. So he was my boss at the time. Okay. So I did it alongside him. Then I was a treatment coordinator. Then when I did the course, I was doing it from Vogue as well, which is a dental practice. And then I thought, right, I need to think out the box here. So then I applied for a job as area manager in 11 dental practices. So I was like, right, I'm going to go around these 11 dental practices, get my name out, and they're all going to follow me back to Vogue when I go. And it worked. So I did that, run 11 dental practices as area manager for like 6 months. So then I went back to Vogue, was doing it from there. And I was there for 20 years doing aesthetics and stuff. So now,
well, I'm looking at you thinking you must be like, what, 33?
37.
Okay, so you are still young. And
I was one of the first to do
you would have-
aesthetics.
I was going to say, so what year did you qualify?
So, God, I should have looked this up, shouldn't I?
No, it don't matter.
I'm
So
useless
what,
with
20,
years.
what, 15 years ago?
Well, it was
something?
about 20... It must be. I'll have to find the certificates. My business, I registered my business 13 years ago.
Wow.
But that was for aesthetics. Prior to that, obviously, I was doing it for like 5 years at Vogue alongside the dentists and surgeons there.
So you was literally probably one of the first to
get
start
into
into the industry, because I started 8 years ago and that was fairly new then. There weren't that many people doing it then. So, there were people doing it, but not like it is now. The industry's changed a lot, hasn't it?
It has come a long way. I think when I was doing it, it was only dentists, doctors and nurses that could do it. And then I remember doing it, and I did it in Health Exchange in Manchester, actually. I'm not sure if they're even still training it now, but this was years ago. And I remember it all being doctors on the course. And she was like, right, who wants to go first? I was like, me.
Yeah.
Always me, like,
just up for it.
literally, she let me do a whole full face. So she was like, I remember her writing me an email. I still got the email now. She put, I have never seen a skill set knowledge from anyone. As she was like, I know I'm going to hear about you in the future.
Really?
And I should actually screenshot it and post it, because I've still got that somewhere. And I always remember thinking, oh, that was nice of her. But I remember the doctors being very hesitant of what they were doing. I'm like, I'll do it. Bang, 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 bang. I just, no fear. I feel like that's kind of carried me as well, because it's like, oh, okay, you've just got to run with some things. Obviously, I know it's people's faces and stuff, but I think that to me is, if I want something, I'm going to go get it.
Yeah. Wow. Right. So you're working for the Vogue Dental Practice, and then you said 13 years ago you started your own brand. So what made you kind of step away from working with people to go in solo?
My dream from being a young kid was always, Vogue was always the place that walked past. It was the nicest dentist in our area. And I actually went for a job interview twice there, but the first time I went round, and we joke about it, they were like, what are you good at? And I was like, everything. They actually did employ me because of that. But then when my manager went from my other dental practice and recommended me, they were like, give her a chance, she's really good.
Yeah.
So then I was head nurse.
But you weren't very humble.
Yeah, I was like, I told you I was good at everything. I wasn't joking.
You could do it all.
Yeah, so then... Yeah, my dream when I first started there, I loved the power of the dentist coming out and be like, hiya, can you come through, like, to the patient? And I thought that, to me, that was like a goal to me. It's like, I wanted to be that dentist calling you in. I didn't know about university when I was obviously at school and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I was from a council estate, never went to school, didn't have those opportunities, because had I had known about it, I would have loved to have been like dentist, doctor, lawyer, something like that. So that was my thing. So then when I did it myself and then started working there myself, like renting the room, to go out and be like, hey, hon, do you want to come through? I was like, yes,
you got
I did
that power.
Yeah, I felt like I had that power. That power was me. People were there for me. And it was just a whole game changer. And then, that's how it kind of grew like that.
So did you go to your own salon or did you go?
So no, I literally was renting a room there. So
Okay.
I was there. So
And
I
you
was renting a
stayed
room
there.
there. Yeah. I only left 2 years ago and then did a home clinic. So now I've got a home clinic at home. So I bought a house, saved up, bought a house. It was big enough to put a clinic in, which was always a dream of mine as well. Because I thought, well, I'd love to be able to buy a house and have a clinic in rather than paying rent.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I bought my first 5-bedroom house, which is now 7
Get it.
bedrooms with extending. And yeah, so now I do it from home.
The dream. We're going to dig so far into this. Right. So what were some of the biggest challenges that you faced in the early stages of building your brand and your business when you went like on your own?
Yeah, I feel like it's self-belief, isn't it? I feel like that is always a major factor. Like you have to be consistent and you have to believe in yourself. Like there's some days when you think, oh, this isn't going to work. And then there's other days when you'll make loads of money and you are like, it is going to work. So I feel like self-belief is definitely one of those top tier that you've got to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody's going to.
Yeah. And what was like the main struggles that you'd experienced? Did your client base grow slow or?
No, I feel like mine just, very lucky, it just went.
Because I feel like you're one of them people that just go for it.
But again, I think it's relationships. I feel like you are either a people person or you're not a people person. And I feel like if you are somebody that everybody gets on with, like my clients like, oh, they come in and they're like, I've missed you. Like I just come here, like, you know, we spent hours talking and stuff alongside doing their treatments and stuff. So I feel like a relationship with your clients is also very important to have. Otherwise, you know, what do you have? If you're just somebody that sits in bang, 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 bye.
Yeah.
Anybody could do that.
Yeah.
So I think it's personality, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's probably one of the main things that's made your business a success. But what other things, if you could put it down to 3 things, what would you say? So you've got like
consistency. You have to be consistent. If you're not consistent, then what is the point? Self-belief and building a brand. Your personality is, I think, is the number one. Like people are paying for you, not your logo. That's why I think on social media it's so important to show up as you, not as a logo. Like I'm always like to my students, put your face to the brand. And I was like, I hated doing it when I was younger. But now I feel like if I go on someone's profile and they don't have a picture of them, so like for instance, I was looking for lashes because most of my lashes fell out. So I was like, right, I'm going to find lashes in Leeds. If girls don't have pictures or anything of themselves, I won't message them.
So funny you say that because the last guest that I had today, she said she was looking for someone to do a lash lift. And she said, she put it on a TikTok. She said, does anyone know anyone for lash lifts in this area? And she said, so many people got recommended. She said, I cannot tell you how many profiles I went on that were just before and after pictures. She said, I'm not booking on a profile that's just got before and after pictures on it. She said, I want to see your energy. Yeah. And then she said she ended up booking someone because she's seen a personality. She said, like, I cannot tell you how relatable, like we spoke the whole way through. She said that was exactly who I wanted to go with. So do you think putting yourself out there on social media is important? And how did you do that?
Very important. I feel like, and it's the same, whenever my students come in, I'm always telling them, you need to put yourself out there. If you're not putting yourself out there, someone else will. So you're missing out. Like, and when I first started my social media, I remember having it as a private account. You know what you like you don't want certain people to follow you. If you don't like certain people,
the haters are watching.
Drama with them back in the day when you were at school and stuff like that. And I feel like when I flipped it from being like, okay, like just open it, my following just grew. And I was like, wow, why did I not do this earlier? But it is that taking that leap of being scared of the unknown, isn't it? And then I hate it. I always say to my students, hiya, just jumping on. It's cringe.
But we
it is
do
cringe, but people love it. And it's like, I will sit there in bed watching people talking like, hi, I'm doing this today. And it's like, I couldn't give a shit, but I'm invested. I want to know what you're doing. I want to know what's in your house. People are nosy. So I feel like if you're not posting stuff like that, I mean, I've got bad lately. Like some days I'll post 10 times a day and other days I won't post at all.
You said that you got diagnosed with ADHD.
Yep.
Tell me about that and how that's shown up in your career.
So I feel like it is a superpower. I feel like I will set up 10 businesses at 3 o'clock in the morning, but then I won't be able to get up in the morning because I've been up all night. You know, I feel like getting diagnosed with it I didn't actually, like, everyone always just to say that I'm hyper. Like, I was always that fun, crazy person. Like, I remember even being at work, like, one day I would strip all the cupboards and do it. The next day I couldn't move off my seat. So when I went privately and got diagnosed, I was like, okay, it kind of makes sense. So they're asking you all these questions because it's like a massive form, but I've gone a few times to do it, but because the form's so big, I've just not filled it in. And I think you're asking someone with ADHD who struggles to do basic stuff to fill in forms. And I think it's crazy. So when I actually did a phone call with her and she diagnosed me and I was the highest of both of the types of ADHD.
Really? I was going to say, because there's different levels, isn't there?
Yeah, and mine is 1,000% the highest, yeah.
Really? And how has that shown up positively and negatively?
Negatively, I feel like it's a struggle. Like every day is a struggle. Like I said, some days I can get up and I'm going to take over the world. Other days I just don't move. Like I physically can't move. Like I feel like I am exhausted. Like I've got ADHD burnout and I will just fester. Whereas other days,
and do you feel guilty about festering?
Yeah, because it's like you physically cannot do anything. Like it's not that I think, oh, I'm just going to lay here. I can't even explain it. Like you just can't.
Yeah.
Like it's not that you're lazy. Your mind just turns off. Like there's no point of thinking, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But I do think getting my dogs, I've got 2 little Frenchies, has made it a lot better because but I have to get up and I have to
it's not about you, it's about them.
Yeah, so I feel like that has helped. Whereas before it'd be like, oh, I don't need to get up. But I think routine is very important. So I feel like, when you have got a 8 to 9 job, 8 to 6, whatever hours you want to work, you have to get up. So I feel like the days that I don't work is when I struggle.
Yeah.
So the days that
you've got no structure.
When I've got stuff that I need to do, I will get up and go out. When I think that's when it hits you. When if I've got a day off and it's like, for instance, day off and it's raining, I ain't getting up. Like I'll get up and put around the house, but it's like I ain't going out in that rain.
But I think that's quite, common.
But the rain, people hating.
Yeah, because if I've not got anything on that, but then my thing that I would be guilty of is I would be at home for a day off. I would see the rain. I'd be like, well, I might as well open my laptop, and then I work. Yeah,
it's crazy, isn't it? However, if it's sunny outside, best believe I'm out there. I'm out there meeting everyone, doing everything.
Yeah.
So hit or miss. But I do think it is a superpower. Like I said, I can get a year's worth of work done in 10 minutes. But then the normal mundane stuff is what I struggle with.
Yeah.
Like filling in forms or, just basic stuff, emails and stuff like that.
You like that you can't do those things.
It's basic stuff that I feel like I struggle with the most, and it's so frustrating.
Yeah, I bet it is. Have you ever tried medication?
Yeah, and I was like a zombie on it.
Was you? I mean, I've not tried anything or like gone down a diagnosis route. Just recently, I'm starting to think, I've always thought it. I reckon there could definitely be a bit of something there. But I think people have different levels to it, and it affects people in different ways as well, don't it? I always need to know. I have to understand everything or like go all in on something. Like if I learn something, I need to know more. I can't just take a lesson. It's like, what about this? What about that? What about, I don't know. It's weird. But I don't struggle with the small stuff and I don't really struggle with the big stuff, but I struggle switching off.
Yeah, so your brain is constantly active.
Yeah, constantly active.
Do you listen to white noise at night time?
No, I can't bear it.
See, I feel like the aircon helps me sleep.
Yeah.
My partner hates it because he's like, it's freezing in here. And I'm like, it really soothes me.
It's helping you soothe now.
But there is something called pink noise as well that is actually for ADHD.
Really? I mean, it's not caused me any problems as such. I think to a level it does. Like I'm obsessed with certain things like personal growth. Obsessed with it.
Yeah,
like,
you're hyper-focused on it.
The thought of reading a book that's like non-fiction, I'm like, what a waste of fucking time.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Show me the pictures.
Yeah.
Just tell me, voice, audio, what's going on in it.
But I listened to Olivia Atwood's podcast and she talks about ADHD on and off with guests and whatnot. And I was just, I think her name's, I've never watched Made in Chelsea, but is her name Millie McIntosh or something? Have you ever watched it?
Never watched it. I'm really bad at watching TV because I just can't. I'd rather work on something.
Yeah, same. She was speaking about it and she said that she first tried some medication but it made her like a zombie. She said, but there's so many different ones out there now, but some people choose not to medicate because of the side effects.
Well, I feel like when I did it, there was a few that they'd given me and I honestly, my jaw was swinging and it was just, I wasn't me. Like, I feel like I wasn't me. And I know that sounds crazy because some people that I talk to, a lot of my clients have it and they're like, it's the best thing. Like I can get up and I can do things. And it's like, it's not that I can't. And I feel like I'm in an orange, shall I give it another go? Because it's like sometimes it is getting really bad.
Could you have a half dose or something, like microdose?
I feel like I need a stronger dose. I feel like I need a lot of dose, like for me. But it's, again, I just think it changes me as a person. And don't get me wrong, some people be like, that's great because you are a bit too much. Whereas to me, I think I'm me.
That's you.
I am me.
Yeah, I tried Monjaro. I tried that and I had it for about, I'd say I had, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 injections. This was ages ago. And I found like it numbed me. My creativity was numbed. I weren't getting, yeah. And I was only having a microdose as well. Like I was suppressed and stuff with food. I was losing weight. But I was like not excited about life. Equally not depressed about life.
See, I feel like Mounjaro makes me have more energy.
Does it? No, it made me, it wasn't that I didn't have the energy. I was just monotone. And I'm very intuitively guided. Like I know when I've got good energy. I know when my energy is low a little bit. I know like if I've got passion on a project, I'm like, oh yeah, I get my teeth into it. I love it. And it just, that was all gone. But equally, the thoughts, like the lower thoughts or whatever, they were gone too. So I would just say it kept me quite... Like, you know, if you've got like a heartbeat thing, just like...
It's so weird how things affect different people. Because I feel like when I did Mounjaro, but again, probably got diabetes because I live on Red Bull, live on sugar. So I feel like when I inject Mounjaro, I'm like, whoa, yes.
Really?
Like I get so much energy from it.
Yeah.
I can't sleep.
Do you know what?
I don't sleep anyway.
Could you not sleep?
No, but I don't sleep anyway. I feel like I am up till 2, 3 in the morning. I just can't switch off. Yeah, I can never switch off. I'm exhausted, but I just can't switch off.
Do you like get rid of your TV, get rid of your phone and all that stuff?
I don't really watch TV. Like I'm not a TV person unless I'm bored and I'll put the TV on, but it's very rare that I'll finish a video. It's very rare that I'll finish something unless I'm engrossed in it. Like if you've got a good Netflix series, I'll best believe I'm sitting there for 10 hours straight.
Yeah, murder documentary or something like that I want to watch the other day on Netflix. I think it was called A Mother's Instinct. My jaw was on the floor, but I was hooked on that. And that for me is switching off.
Yeah, I feel like if there's something good, like I will be engrossed in it. But other than that, I can just pick or leave the TV. It's not a thing for me. But sometimes I feel like I really do struggle with my sleep. And then if I struggle with my sleep, I wake up in the morning, I'm miserable. Don't contact me in the morning. I am not a morning person. I've never liked mornings.
Yeah.
I'm more of an afternoon person. But again, morning is where you get shit done.
Yeah.
You need to have the structure of the mornings.
Yeah, you do. So you would say like your ADHD in business, there's some parts where it's really helped you and there's some parts where it's been more difficult.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to go into a bit more about like your kind of experience in the industry. So you have won quite a lot of awards in this industry.
Yeah, I've won the most worldwide. I've won 29 now.
29 awards. That is amazing.
And no, they're not all from my own awards either. A lot of people are like, do you just give them to yourself? No,
and
of course I don't.
Every category.
Yeah, Alisha.
No one won this, just the CEO of the UKBA. How have awards impacted like your confidence or your reputation or your business growth?
Massively. Like, validation was a huge thing for me because I feel like, again, with ADHD, you struggle with validation. You're either high or you're low. So I feel like the awards make such a difference because it gives you that credibility. Not only does it give you the credibility, it reminds you of why you're doing it. So it's like a reflection of how far you've come and how far you can go. So again, rolling back to my first ever awards, I always remember thinking, going back years when I first did aesthetics, we went to one of her conferences and I was like, she was known as the London Lip Queen. I don't even know if she's even around. She was an older lady at the time. And I remember thinking, oh, I would love to attend an awards evening. You know, just the glitz and glam of it. Like that to me was the be or end all. Anyway, I entered an awards and turned up. And I remember saying to everyone on my table, oh, it's fixed. You're not going to win. It's all the people that they know. Boom, Alisha. I was like, oh my God, I was like, Jakes, it's not fixed. And I was like, oh my God. But then I was so nervous that I couldn't even go up, but I did go up.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God, like what the hell? But then I think winning that first bit of validation was a game changer because it's like, that's it, I'm coming for more now.
So it sparked something in you that was like, I want more of this. So then would you find yourself just entering different things? Because I didn't realise awards were even a thing 15 years ago.
Yeah, and so my thing about the awards was they were very grim. It was very juries in, premiere in kind of. Not very nice, not very glam.
Novotel
it was all
vibes.
the crusty carpets and like, you know, not nothing glam. So then I went to the MK Beauty Awards, which Gemma had put on in 2018, I believe, and it was stunning. Like the best awards that I'd been to. And then me and Gemma become friends and she stopped it.
Oh, so Gemma's your business partner, isn't she? So she had done awards before?
She did the one before, the MK Beauty Awards, which got quite a bit of backlash from jealous people, as you do. And I was like, are you joking? I was like, that is the best awards I've ever been to. Like, seriously, like it was stunning. But yeah, along with the backlash of horrible little people not liking her because she was standing out. And I was like, are you not doing it again? And she's like, no. And I was like, no, we are. We're going to join together and do it again. and then the UKBA was born.
Wow. So you kind of wanted to put your spin on awards.
Yeah, but it's crazy how my perception of hers was unreal to she wasn't going to do it again because of these horrible trolls. You know what it's like in every industry. And I was like, absolutely not. Your vision, her vision that she had, I wish I could get a picture up to show you of what she did because it was amazing. And then obviously it's just carried on. We changed the name to UKBA. And yeah, it's like one of the biggest award shows in the UK.
Tell us all about it. So you guys, I'm presuming you sat down together one day, and how did the UKBA come to light, and what was your first event like?
Yeah, so our first event was we kept it in Milton Keynes, so we had it at the MK Dons, and yeah, every year I feel like you learn.
Yeah, of course.
But love Gemma, she's one of my best friends, and I think when you've got a passion and you work together, Gemma's the person that does the majority of the work. I'm the people person.
Yeah.
So I'm like the people person that sponsorships and stuff like that, whereas Gemma actually does all the hard graft. So it works hand in hand. What she's good at, I'm not good at. What I'm good at, she's not good at.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like it works as a team, and it's very powerful.
Love it. So what is kind of the ethos behind UKBA? Because there's controversial opinions about awards. Some people, like you said, they think it's fixed.
Yeah.
How does it work?
So we have industry judges who obviously are going to pick who wins. So you have an application. So you enter the category that you want to win. Which I feel is lovely for reflecting as well. So when you're filling in your application form, you are reflecting on how far you've come as a person as well, whatever category you're entering. So you're filling that in, you're submitting work, you could submit anything that you think is going to help you obviously win an award and get recognition. Once that's submitted, that then gets all sent to the industry judges, and then they're going to sit down and check who they feel in their opinion is good. So obviously, you can't pick your own friends and stuff, but like I said, it's a learning curve. Each year you do something different. So we try and change it up every year. You know, people say, is it fixed? No, it's not fixed. But again, going back to why would people enter awards? And it's like, why not? It's a lovely celebration of recognising people's talent, all coming together under one roof and networking. Like the amount of people and friends, like a lot of my friends have come from the UK Beauty Awards that I had like... You know, a lot of people, like when I was at an event yesterday and it's like, oh, hi, and like, they all recognise me from there. And I'm like, how are you? And it's so nice. It's like a massive community that you build all under one roof and a big party at the end.
Yeah, exactly. It's the way to do it,
yeah, but it's so nice. Like work together, don't work against each other.
What do you think makes your rewards different to like other people's? Because there's so many now.
Yeah, there is a lot of awards, but I feel like everybody has the same kind of ethos. Everybody just wants to network together now. And I think that's what I love about the industry as a whole at the minute. Rather than competing, everybody is collaborating.
Yeah, thanks to Sophia. I feel like Sophia made the movement.
Like I've met you at Sophia's Awards and stuff. Like we knew each other anyway.
Yeah.
But like it just is so much more powerful to be beside each other rather than against each other.
I totally agree. And you know, it's funny you say that because I've done events over the years of doing the Beauty Growth Academy, and there's people who have come to my events on their own, and then the next year they come in with someone that they met at the first event or the next year, and they make friendships and connections, and we need that in this industry because, you know, I joined it 8 years ago. It was fucking awful 8 years ago. So I don't know what it's like for you 15 years ago, whatever, but it weren't like it is now. You know, like Gemma experienced that trolling and whatever, but you would see, and I will be guilty. Like, I'm not going to pretend like I weren't part of the problem ever. Come on. We've all looked at someone's profile.
In your bones.
Yeah, I know when someone from my area was hating on me and I'd be like, watch me go, bitch. Where are you with your 3 followers? And I would do that.
Yeah.
Whereas I think over the years, well, we've all matured as women. And the industry itself has got better. I'm not saying they're still not a part of the industry, which is a bit evil-eye because I think it is. But on the whole, these events, these awards, these networking events, they all help us connect and get to know people.
It's having that relationship with people that are doing the same thing as you. Like, you know, like you can message your friends and be like, oh, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And it's just a whole different era of supporting each other, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like rather than looking at someone, oh, I want what she's got, bitch, why has she got it? Be a part of it.
Yeah, help each other, talk to each other.
Stand on each other, like help each other and hold each other up rather than tearing each other down. You're always going to get people that are going to tear each other down, but, you know, you'll stand as a united front together rather than apart.
Absolutely. So when's your next awards? And what would people expect if they, one, got through to like the awards, like if they got a place in the awards?
So once you submit your application, it gets sent to the team, and then you'll get a finalist certificate. Then it goes to the judges. The event this year is the 17th of October.
Okay.
And it's in London this year. So we've never done it in London. So we've got the Grand Connaught Rooms, which is like Holborn Covent Garden.
Get it, girl.
Absolute stunning venue. It's like a princess venue. Like chandeliers, staircase, mirrors, the lot. So, yeah, really excited. If you click on the UK Beauty Awards, we've got a website, www.ukbeautyawards.co.uk. We've got the Instagram as well, so you can click on the links and enter. And yeah, we hope a lot of people enter, and we can't wait to meet you if you attend, or even if you enter and don't win, or if you enter and you win, like, we wish you all the best.
So what we'll do is we'll make sure that the links for everything are in the show notes, this podcast episode. So if someone's listening to this or watching this and they're like, well, I've only been doing brows for a year, but I fucking know I'm good and I know my clients love me. Do you think they should enter?
Yes, why not? Why are you holding back? Mm-hmm. I'd only done it a few years when I'd entered, and obviously I was a bitch because I was like, oh, it's all fixed. And then boom, as soon as I won, I was like, oh my God, like, didn't know anyone at the awards. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then obviously gone on. And then it was like I expected to win every year. And it was like, do you know what? That's what made my business thrive.
Rise and thrive, baby. I get it.
Is winning awards. Because everyone was like, how are you so successful? And I'm like, enter the beauty awards. Like, you'll get recognition, you get credibility. Clients and patients are going to trust you because they're like, I'm going to someone who's won an award. Yeah. So it does mean a lot to your clients. It's not just an ego thing for you, even though it does boost your ego.
Of course it does.
Like, yes. But yeah, it is. It makes such huge difference to a business to be award winning.
Absolutely love it. So they go on, and there's all different categories. So it's like hair, beauty, aesthetics, all that kind of stuff. They choose the category, they fill out the form, they submit it, and then I'm presuming there's some sort of cut-off date where that all of the forms for that category will be assessed by a judge.
Yeah.
And then a judge chooses I've never been a judge of an award, so I don't actually know the behind the scenes process. But would they choose their top 3 or top 5, or would they just choose one person?
So they'll choose one winner, and then they'll announce them on the stage as well. But we're doing it a bit differently this year. I'm not going to say too much, but the judges is a bit differently this year. So rather than having a million different judges, because we feel the feedback was there was too many judges, we've shortened it this year. But I feel so bad on everyone because everyone's like, Leash, can I be a judge? And I'm like, we had a waiting list from last year. Like, we've been around, this is our 5th year.
Wow.
So we have a waiting list every year. So it's, I feel bad of people, but you got to be quick. If you want to get into the UK Beauty Awards, it's not just, knowing someone in it. We do have a structure that we follow every year. So we sell out every year. So yeah,
I love this.
Get entering, everybody.
And then for them to come to the actual awards ceremony, do they need to be a finalist, or do they need
even if
anybody
you're not a finalist,
can
you
come?
can pop along. The tickets aren't on sale yet. Once all the finalists have gone out, and then the tickets will be on sale. But no, anybody can come because we know how to throw a party. I'll say that.
Talk me through. So you get there.
It's bougie. Have you ever seen it?
No, I've seen your videos. Yeah, of course.
It's really bougie. So last year we had a saxophonist who plays in Ibiza, so she was absolutely phenomenal. So she was in the opening area of it. So you walk in, you get Prosecco, champagne, orange juice if you don't drink. You've got live music. Then you walk through, and then we've got Holly, who's our amazing singer. So she's singing all the ballads for everybody. Then everybody wants to get up dancing. It's like, no, you need to take seats. We need to run through everything. Then it's a 3-course meal. So yeah, we have live entertainment, and then we have the judges come up, and the sponsors as well, to thank them. And then they can say what they want to say. Wow. And then afterwards it's just a massive party where everyone gets absolutely feral.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's
really
I'm
coming,
good.
So let me know when them tickets go. I better get that link. So moving on now, so back into kind of your career. So the UKBA is something that you do every single year. You and Gemma get together, you're making a massive move in the industry. At the same time, you're still doing aesthetics for your clients. You've got a big client base. I see you on Instagram, you're you've got full days, you've got a full diary. Mm-hmm. You also chose to go into teaching other people. So what was it that inspired you to do that?
Because I was sick of correcting everyone else's work.
Right, okay.
If I'm honest with you.
Yeah.
When I first got into teaching, I would have so many people come to me because they saw it £50 for lips, 40, and I'm just fucking hell. Yeah. So I'm like, do you know what? I have worked alongside dentists and doctors, and I feel like, what I give, my ethos is I give it good. So basically I was like, right, I need to share my knowledge and help other people rather than keep fixing other people's work. If I actually train people correctly, So that's kind of why I got in. And obviously helping people. Do you know how many people would say to me, oh my God, like you're from a council estate, like you've absolutely smashed it, like fair play to you. And I'm like, well, you can do it too now. Because there was grey area. Sorry, I'm doing my thing with my hand. But there was a grey area because you had to be a doctor, dentist or nurse. And then it opened up the floodgates and then anyone could train in it. So then it's like, well, why don't you do it? And then obviously everybody has done it now, aren't they? So the industry is absolutely booming. But people still say to me, do you think that there's enough space for me? Yes, there's billions of people in this world and everybody wants to have aesthetics done. So there is room for everyone in this industry.
I agree. Same with like, do you think there's space for a new restaurant to open up? Yeah. Do you think there's space for a new food shop? Yeah. There's always space. It's a mindset thing, that, isn't it?
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, it's the minority of people that think, oh, but somebody else is doing it. Who cares if someone else is doing it? You could do it better. Like, don't let other people put you off. Do whatever you want to do. If you can put your mind to it, you can do anything.
I agree. And I do think, you know, being honest, I do think the industry today compared to 8 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago is more saturated. But that doesn't mean that you can't. I do think people have to work harder now to stand out.
Yep.
I think, you know, like you said, if you don't post on social media, someone else will. Or if you don't show your face, someone else will.
You don't win that award, someone else will.
Yeah, exactly. I think if you're going to go out there and if you want to start the business in this industry as it is now and stay average and stay inconsistent and stay half-arsed, you're not going to get ahead of people or on the same level as people. But if you want to go into this industry whilst it is like it is now, which is busy, that's cool. Go find your thing, find your niche, find your personality, and don't worry too much about what other people are doing. Go focus on you and have fucking fun with it, because you can make it work.
100%. I totally agree. And I think once you invest in yourself, you can't just invest in yourself and hope it's going to fall on your feet. You have to stay consistent. You have to stay educated. You have to stay in a network of community of like-minded people. Otherwise, you're just not going to evolve anywhere. You're just going to sit where you are.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell me about the courses that you offer, because you train both medics and non-medics.
Yep.
And you're in London. Tell me whereabouts in London.
So
again.
I'm in Luton.
Luton, that's the one.
Yeah, so there's a whole divide between medics and non-medics, isn't there?
Yeah.
Which I feel is a bit unfair. I am a medic, but I do think that some non-medics are better injectors than medics.
Yeah.
You know, I just think it just literally depends on your mindset.
Yeah.
You can have a doctor who's absolutely shit and then have a non-medic student that's absolutely phenomenal. So there's, you know, but then again, you can have somebody who's awful. But it's swings and roundabouts, isn't it? You're going to get out what you put in it. But yeah, the whole thing of medics and non-medics, I just think, no.
Yeah.
Stand together as one, work together, help each other.
How do your training courses work, and what do you train people in?
So I train people in everything, basically, every treatment that I kind of do. So it'll be like the basics, start from scratch course.
So you do that one?
Yeah, which is the pathway into aesthetics. So which is your anatomy, physiology, your basic dermal fillers, your basic Botox. But what I do with my clinic is I offer clinic days. So I know not everybody that's going to walk through their door is going to learn the same. So what I offer is clinic days. And the clinic day is basically giving you that umbrella that when you've trained, I've not just took your money and said, see ya, bye, good luck. Because I remember when I trained, I had no manual. I had no one apart from that email to like kind of message. I was left on my own to figure it out. Whereas my students have put them in a WhatsApp group as well of all my other students or the students that they're training with on that day. They have 24-hour access to me on my WhatsApp. And
you're up till 3 a.m, so.
Yeah, so obviously even when I'm on holiday, I have students FaceTiming me like, is this right? Is this okay? And that's fine. Like, I'm here to guide you.
Support them.
So I feel like having that extra guidance of giving them that clinic day and the 24/7 kind of support means a lot, because otherwise, you know, you're not on your own. So I feel like that's what's different about my academy. A lot of academies will charge you a lot cheaper, but you're literally paying because they don't even have the knowledge. There's so many academies that set up overnight. Like, they'll train with me and then set up overnight.
Oh, really? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, each to their own. Like, I think if that's how you want to run your business, but it's scary because it's like, how are you going to teach anyone when you don't even have the experience yourself?
Yeah, I agree.
But again, everyone to their own. If that's your thing, that's your thing.
Yeah.
I did 10 years before I set up my academy. So I had 10 years worth of knowledge.
Yeah.
Then I set it up. But again, you know, doesn't mean that because you've done a week's course then you're going to set up, you're going to fail, because you may not.
Yeah.
Everybody's different.
And I think as well, like, listen, you could have been doing this for a year and you could have done 60 clients a week, and you could maybe train someone that's pretty much just started how to get to the level you're at. But if you've been doing it for a month and you're positioning yourself as an expert that can teach other people into aesthetics. No, I don't agree, personally.
Yeah.
That's my
I
opinion.
don't,
I'll
but
just
a lot
say
of people do that.
Yeah.
Because they're just seeing it as a big moneymaker, aren't they? Well, if she can do it, I can do it, but they're not putting in the work. But then it's going to fizzle out because it's, like I said, if you don't have the knowledge, you've got clients coming back. I mean, I have students that come to me and they're like, oh, can I do a refresher course or can I do a clinic day with you? And I'm like, yeah, of course. And I'll send it to them. And I'm like, you haven't trained with me. They're like, I trained with someone else and it was really bad. And I'm like, but then I'm not going to take on somebody else's student as such. Would need to do it all again because you're telling me the training's bad. Why am I going to spend my time? Like, you knew about me because you're the best, but then you should have come to me. But you've opted for the cheaper, but you always pay twice cheap training.
Pay cheap, pay twice. So then what do you advise them, that they start at the bottom with you?
Yeah, because I just feel like it's very hard. I know some people do refresher courses, which we do, but I think it's very hard to teach somebody new who's already learnt with somebody else because you don't know what they've learnt. So to me, I've got to take you on as a blank canvas. I need you to know everything. And it's silly little things like, I will get students come in. I'm like running through, right, have you like doing advanced courses? I'm like, right, Hep B, are you Hep B covered? No, what's that? You need to have hepatitis B if you're working with injectables because you can transmit a bloodborne pathogen. But these don't know that. And I think you've been doing aesthetics for years. Why were you not taught this when you were training? Yeah. But then it's, again, lack of knowledge. Like you've got training academies that are setting up and don't have any of this knowledge behind them. So it's part and parcel, isn't it?
Yeah, I can really see through that you are passionate about people getting educated in the right way.
Yeah, because I just think if you're not educated, like, what are you doing? Like, care about your clients.
So what about these girls then who have just qualified, or maybe they're in the first 6 months to a year and they are putting the effort in, they are, researching, they're studying, but they just don't have client bases? Because we know in this industry, a person who's having their lips done, you might see them once every 6 to 12 months. As someone who's having the lashes done, you might see them once every 2 to 3 weeks. So these girls need to get a consistent flow of clients, right? But how do they build that confidence at that rate?
So I feel like to everyone always asks me this question, how are you so busy? Everybody knows 5 or 10 people, and it's word of mouth. Like, get your clients to get you out there. Do them, like I always say to them, do an introductory price, offer them a price, but get them to tag you in it. It's free marketing. Use social media, use Facebook, use TikTok if you're at that age. I think I'm a bit too old for TikTok. But they're free tools. You do not have to pay to use them. They are free. They are money-making tools that are given to you free, so use them. Don't sit on them and think, oh, but I don't want to go on social media. But you're not going to make money then, are you? 90% of my business come from Instagram and Facebook. Yeah. I feel like I've got the older clientele on Facebook and the younger generation on Instagram.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Not really on TikTok because
I'm not convinced TikTok works incredibly well for service-based businesses in a specific area. I have seen it work, but I feel like consistently Instagram beats it and Facebook beats it.
I love Instagram
because TikTok sends your post out to such a wide audience that you might hit a few people in your area. You might, with a hashtag, you might get a few people in your area, but you might also hit people in another fucking country.
I get that all the time. So I get people messaging if I'm looking for models and stuff for training. Hiya, can I book in? So I'm like, yeah, cool. Send them the bank details for the deposit or the link. Where are you based? Why are you messaging me if you don't know where I'm based, hon? Yeah. And they'll be up fucking Timbuktu. Why do you not look where I'm based? Yeah. But again, that's because your posts have reached people that are not even in your area, who are not going to travel from Timbuktu to see you.
Yeah, and I think as well, sometimes, especially for those in the early days, they try to master TikTok, Facebook, Instagram all at once.
Yeah.
I just think get one, stick to it, or do 2 and cross posts.
I think Instagram's my niche.
Yeah.
I like Instagram.
I think Instagram is definitely, like you've nailed it, Instagram is for a bit, slightly younger audience, and Facebook you can get your older. I think they can both work, and if I'm honest, I won't overthink it. I'd just cross post on them.
I think making groups as well is quite good, like making student groups and like making WhatsApp groups for model prices
or for their clients and stuff. Yeah, exactly.
So there's lots of ways of marketing. I remember when I first started doing it, like never used to pay for marketing or anything. And it was always busy. But then I remember doing ads and stuff. But again, with the ads, you just get random people messaging you that are not even from your area. So I feel like, and now because it is everyone's doing it, it's pointless doing Facebook ads.
I disagree.
Do you?
Yeah. Only because I spend about 15 grand a month on Facebook ads.
Yeah, so you're going to get the recognition if you're spending a huge amount.
So it's not even about that. It's more of, I've spent probably, I do my ads myself. So I've learned so much with ads. Right? I'm a different industry now. So I'm coaching. So my ads can go to anyone in the UK, Australia, Canada. They'll buy my membership, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not doing it from a perspective of local services.
Yeah.
However, I do run ads for me and my husband's business on local services, and the leads and the generation we get, it's not easy. And it's constantly changing.
Yeah, and I feel like even when I've done it before and I've spent thousands on it, but I feel like the leads that you get, I'll sit there and write everyone down, and they're just time wasters.
Yeah.
And I feel like you pay for every click,
Yeah.
and then you spend, hiya, how can I help? And they're like, oh, who is this? They've clicked on so many that they don't even know who you are.
There are this is the thing. So there are funnels and things that you can put in place to minimise that and maximise the quality of the leads, but it's so fucking time and money consuming to get it. Once you've got it and you've cracked it, because the thing is like, you know, and I do help some people with ads here and there, but you can have a great offer but a shit creative.
Yeah.
And that's not going to push it out properly. Or you can have a great creative but your link's not working, or the landing page is not optimised to convert people. Facebook ads in itself can be like another job, like a part-time job on top of what you've got.
I feel like even Instagram pay, I feel like the whole, it's like 20 jobs in one.
And then it's like, well, when you pay social media, an ads person, you might be looking at anything between 300 and $1,000 a month for them to just run your ads, and you've got to pay you for the ads. Yeah, and I think it's a long old journey to really figure out. So I do think it can work for service-based providers. I think it's a whole fucking job in itself. It's a bit like roulette, if you don't know. It's a bit like you put 50 quid on black and you put 50 quid on red and see which one wins. And that's what I think a lot of people do. Sometimes they'll do some ads and they'll work really well. Then the ad creative will fizzle off and it'll die. And then they're like, oh, that ad's not working anymore. But what you have to do with ads is optimize all the time.
Yeah.
I'm putting like fresh creatives in daily into my ads. Like we spend a lot, but I've got the capacity for it, right? I've got a full-time team.
Yeah.
We have great coaches. I've learned so much over the years on ads. So it's different for me. Like I say, my audience is very, very broad. But because I've been playing around with ads for local businesses too, and I see good results, I'm like, it is possible. It's very time consuming.
You need to know
So
what
I
you're
think, so I think in reality, would Facebook ads work for someone who's got clients 20, 30 hours out of the week and, you know, they want to get a few more? No, you're probably better off just putting your time into a good Instagram post.
Yeah, and I feel like now, I feel like where I'm slowing down, as I say, slowing down, I just want to chill out with my dogs and my family. So I am cutting my hours, and I feel like the last thing I want is an influx of clients. I'm fully booked anyway.
Oh, you're fine now,
So I just feel like I'm just chilling.
You don't need to do it anymore.
Yeah, so I feel like I've done got everything that I kind of wanted. So now I'm just trying to just chill as such. She says, well, I'll have like 30 clients tomorrow.
30 in one day?
But it's because I've got a lot of holidays booked in it. So I'm away most of June. So it's getting everyone in. You know, ADHD, mate. I will either have like 30 clients in one day or have 30 clients in an hour. Like, it's typical.
How has being self-employed helped your ADHD?
I don't think I could ever listen to anyone. So I feel like doing my own thing. Obviously, I was employed for 20 years as a dental nurse, but again, it was always my own way.
It was your rules.
Yeah, it was always my own way. But my thing with the ADHD, like, I never want to start work at 8 o'clock. I used to work from 8 in the morning till 6, and then from 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock till 9 o'clock doing aesthetics. Wow. So now I don't start work before 9. Like I said, I hate mornings. So 9, 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'll start work. And then I'll just ram everyone out.
And then be done.
And be done.
Well, you're earning you're having a good life from it, aren't you?
Exactly.
What advice would you give somebody listening to this that's, you know, maybe newish into the industry, or they're a little bit stuck with where they are?
Don't give up. Be consistent. Invest in education. Invest in, you know, ads and stuff if that's something that you want to do, like coaching. Like, obviously they can come to you for coaching and stuff. I feel like go to more networking events, get lots of friends that are similar to you, because then you can all rant and rave and moan together about it. Do you know what I mean? Rather than being on your own thinking, oh my God, this is not working for me. Well, actually, why don't you speak to like-minded people and see if everyone's having the same problem or not, and then work a plan out together.
I love that. And what is in your future plans?
So I'm working on something really exciting at the moment.
Can you tell us?
Yeah, when is this podcast coming out?
Pass on that one. I'm not 100% sure, but Jack knows the schedule more than me. Probably in like between 6 and 10 weeks.
Okay, so at the Beauty Awards, I am launching a new skincare product.
Your own?
Yeah, my own skincare product. So that's all I'm going to say for now, because I'm still like mastering it and perfecting it and the components and everything. So yeah, that would be my next kind of, like I said, I want to kind of step back, have something that makes its own. Working with skin, I've been doing skin for 20 years. I was an Barge ambassador when I was God knows how old. That was the first thing I did. So skin to me, yeah, is getting the perfect kind of serum and skincare. So
and getting that out there to the industry for them to sell to their clients, for them to use in their facials.
Exactly that. So it's going to be aesthetics friendly. So it's going to be perfect. There's a few things that I've got in the pipeline, like with the skincare range. So yeah, that will all be revealed at the UK Beauty Awards.
Love it, love it, love it. What is one lesson that you've learned the hard way that you now teach your students?
That's a good question. One thing I've learnt the hard way. Okay, so I feel like it's giving free treatments. I feel like that's everyone's thing, because I feel like friends and family will always want free treatments and then they expect it every time. And I feel like you cannot build a business. I mean, I'm okay doing it, but like with students and that, their number one thing to me is, but they want it for this price, they want it for cost price. I'm like, well, you're never going to amount to nothing if you're doing everyone for free. But again, when I started out, I'd be like, okay, I'd pay for the product and do it for someone. And it's like, that defeats the whole point. So I think that's the biggest thing, is knowing your own worth.
Yeah, absolutely. If you were starting Alisha's Aesthetics again from scratch, what is the first thing that you would focus on?
I would buy about 20 shops, because knowing what I know now, I could have had that on lock.
Nailed it.
I could have nailed it. But again, I was too like, oh my God, like what if it don't work? And then it did. And then it was like, do I want to have rent? And then it was like all the questions. Whereas now I feel like, mate, I was the first to do it. I could have bought 20 shops in 10 different areas and absolutely been a multi-billionaire.
I love that. And finally, you've said what's the future for you. What about the UK Beauty Awards and your training academy?
The future for the UK Beauty Awards is just going to get bigger and better. We have got some ideas in the pipeline as well. So obviously we want to grow internationally as well. And like I said, it just gets bigger and better every year. We have started doing brunches and stuff now as well. So we've been doing like dinners and stuff. Yeah. So we've been we're doing it in different areas. So obviously because we're in London, we did a dinner at STK. So that worked very well. But now we're going to do like a summer brunch in London. So yeah, we're working on a few different things. We're just like trying to go with the newness and like bring different ideas together. With the training academy, I'm training again in Dubai in September.
Wow.
So that's internationally. So I'll fly out there, train for one day and then tan for the rest.
I
love that. So it pays for my whole trip to go to Dubai and some more. So yeah, and then obviously the skincare range for the academy.
Well, you're a busy, busy girl.
Yep.
I appreciate you coming on, Alisha.
Thank you so
You've
much for having me.
been an amazing guest. You've given us so much information. I am so excited for your future and to keep watching you. And you know what? You really are an industry you're a girl's girl.
Yeah.
And I love that about you.
Thank
You're
you.
so genuine. You're so honest. You're so upfront, and you are a massive cheerleader.
You're giving me
No, you
goosebumps.
really are. No, you really are.
You're a role model as well.
No, not quite like you. You are just you're very welcoming and you're very encouraging, inspiring, and you can see you've got no hidden agenda. You're just fucking you, and I love that.
Aw,
and
thank
yeah,
you.
I just think you're
Giving me
amazing. I can't wait to get
goosebumps,
pissed with you.
Leash. I love you.
I love you too.